Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to start filming again and it's Thursday. I think it is Thursday, and yeah, I miss filming, so I decided to come back. Here's my son in the background, as you can see. He is on the vacation. We have a summer vacation at the moment. It is, I think, the last days of our vacation. From Monday we will be getting back to work. He will start school, so it's a very exciting time in our family. It was a long period of time that I just stopped filming, and I feel a little bit awkward now before the camera, but hopefully it will pass soon. And why I want to start filming at this moment is that on Saturday we will have a start of a magical readathon that is created by lovely G on the book roast, and like always I will try to film during this period of time. It will take all month, and we will start 3 days earlier this time, so it will be on Saturday. So until then I have still two days. I want to finish reading this one because I want to start fresh. I want to start on Saturday with my syllabus books. Until then I want to finish what I already started, and it is The Broken Girls by Simone St. James, and it is a thriller with ghosts involved, and I love books like this. Actually, now I'm pretty sure my favorite genre is paranormal thrillers, paranormal crime stories, horror thriller, if you know what I mean, that something mystical is involved, preferably ghosts. And now it will be the third book that I read by Simone St. James. I read Sundown Motel, and the other one, I don't remember the title at the moment, but I gave those two books 5 stars. I really like this one as well, however not as much as previous 2 books, but it's still around 4 stars mark. And in this book we have 2 timelines. One is in 1950s and another one is, I think it's 2017. Let me just check. 2014 in this book, and in both of them 2 girls are killed, and we want to know what happened. We try to find out what happened, what led to those murders, and it's very interesting. I have still I think around 100 pages left for me to read, so hopefully I can finish it until Saturday. Also, another paranormal book I have is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, and it's also not the first book that I'm reading by Riley Sager. And once again, I love previous books that I read. This one I just started. I'm on page 16. In this book we have a girl, Maggie, I think Maggie, yeah, who inherits the house from her father, but that house was the one they fled from when she was only 5 years old, because her father said that it was extremely haunted and the ghost drove them away from that house. However, now she's grown up and she doesn't believe in ghosts, and I think she wants to prove to the world that ghosts in that house does not exist. But when she comes back home to that place, how is it called Bainbury Hall, I think she will start noticing that something is not quite right with that house. I don't have any opinion about this book yet because, like I said, I'm just on page 16, but thinking about the other books written by Riley Sager, I have high hopes for this one. However, I don't think that I will finish this until Saturday, but my plan is to finish it after the readathon. And also I have one, I think, or two, no, one graphic novel that I would like to read until Saturday. I don't have it here right now. I will show you a little bit later. So that are my reading plans for now. I think I will show you what I'm thinking of reading for the readathon also a little bit later. And now I want to go and finish crocheting a cat, because I started crocheting amigurumi, I think that's how it's called, animals, toys, plushies. So I want to finish crocheting a cat for my son because he wants to have it as soon as possible, and then reading because I don't have any other plans for me today. So I just finished the cat that I was doing for my son. Mind you, it's my first cat that I'm making, and I only started crocheting maybe last week, so I'm just a beginner. That's why that cat looks a little bit ridiculous, I think. But nonetheless, I want to show you. It's this one. I'm not that huge fan of the paws. I'm quite happy with the tail, and yeah, ears could be a little bit better. But for the first cat that I made, I think it's quite okay. Hello, it's Friday and it's already an afternoon, an early afternoon. I think I'm in a reading slump because I haven't read a single page of this book from yesterday, so that's why I didn't do any updates in the evening. Even though it is a very good book, I enjoyed it a lot, but I can't force myself to pick up any book. And I'm a little bit afraid because tomorrow is the first day of the readathon, and it's not a great start if I just don't want to read. So I tried reading a graphic novel, and I thought that maybe it somehow bring me back to reading and bring me back the want of reading. So I read this one, All My Friends Are Ghosts, by S.M. Vidauri and Hannah Krieger, and it took me ages to finish this short graphic novel. It wasn't the greatest of the graphic novels that I have ever read. I gave it in the end 2 stars, and there's not that much to tell you about. It's about a girl whose friends are ghosts and they try to save the lost souls. And I think it was a little bit messy. It was hard to follow what was happening, and I'm an adult and this book is actually for children, and I don't know if children would understand what and why was happening. So yeah, I finished it. I'm happy about that, and I gave it 2 stars. Today I haven't read at all yet, and it's already 1 o'clock, and I think I will have now a late lunch and I will try to read, and I'm leaning towards reading a graphic novel. It is Witch, about friends Will, Irma, Terence, Cornelia and Halien, and they can turn into some kind of a fairies, and they try to save the world. It is the second volume. I read for first volume I think a few months ago, and I really liked it, so I decided to continue reading it. Maybe I will like it, and that reading slump won't impact the enjoyment of this graphic novel. And then maybe I will try to read a few pages of this, and I'm losing hope that I will finish it until tomorrow, because like I said, I don't want to read at all today, and I don't know if it is good of me to force myself to read. But tomorrow I have work. I will be working from 9 to 4 in the bookstore. There won't be that much time for me to read tomorrow, so maybe it will be great. Maybe I will miss reading in one day. We will see. So yeah, that is the update for now, and yeah. Hello, it's Sunday already and it's almost 12 o'clock. I skipped yesterday because I was working until 4, then I had to do some grocery shopping and so on, so I came back home only around 6, so then I had to be with my family a little bit, and so happened that it was too late to do some update. But yesterday was the first day of the readathon, magical readathon. My battery is flashing, so that's why I'm trying to talk as quickly as possible. So I already read the first book for my subject. It's not a book, it's a graphic novel. It's Saga. It is a reread for me, and it was a book with magical creature, Q for demonology. So one is down. Also, another book that I have to read is D for demonology. I will have to read all 3 books for demonology because my character is studying demonology. I don't remember why should I read it. I haven't written on it. I think there's something with a red color on the cover, maybe. So there's definitely a lot of red color. If I'm mistaken, I will tell you later. Also, I will be reading this book for spells and incantation. It's a manga. For conjuration, this one will be It Is Before the Crown, and another one for spells and incantations will be Confessions. I also listening to books on audio. My battery is so flashing, so I will talk a little bit in depth a little bit later, but I chose to read only 2 normal novels because I will be working a lot in August. I will be working 3 weeks in a row, only with 3 Sundays, so there won't be that much time for me reading wise. So that's why I want to first get rid of the majority of my subjects, and graphic novels and mangas will help. So after that, I think I will be working until 15th of August, so I will still have half a month, around half a month of reading. So I will then pick these up, and these are the books for my main subject, for demonology. Also, there will be a lot of side quests and callings and secret letters and so on. So if I somehow finish these books quite quickly, then I will decide what I will be reading for side quests, for example. Yeah, so that's the update for now. So I will go and fill my reading journal with this one, and I think I will continue reading for demonology. I want to read the second Saga book, and that's the plan for now. And I also want to cross stitch today, so I think while I'll be cross stitching, I will be continue listening the book Dark Earth. I don't remember for which subject that is, but there has to be the word earth on the cover, in the title, and there's definitely is a word earth in the title. So that's the update for now. That's the plan for today, and we will see each other a little bit later. So I just finished listening for the second book for my readathon. It was for, I have with me my reading journal because I just can't remember. It was for elemental studies, outstanding. So I read Rebecca Stout book Dark Earth, and I gave it only 2 stars. It was about 2 sisters who seems like they have some kind of magical abilities, but it's very hard to say how it really was because this book was so confusing. It was just messy. There was almost no information about any of the characters. It was 336 pages of that book, and in all that book absolutely nothing happened. And this book is about medieval times, even not medieval, I think even before that, and it would be nice if the author made some research and tried to incorporate that in her book, because I'm quite sure that it would have been much interesting. So I was very disappointed, and like I said, I gave 2 stars, and now I can just forget that book. And now I will start listening another book for the demonology, this time also outstanding, to get the grade outstanding. It will be also by Rebecca, but this time Schaffer, City of Nightmares. I haven't read the synopsis of that book, but as far as I remember, the prompt was to read the first book you see on TikTok, Instagram, or so on. And the first book I saw on TikTok was this one, City of Nightmares. So it will be interesting to see what this book is about, but it definitely fits the demonology prompt, because I think it has a skull on the cover or something like that. So yeah, hopefully this one will be much better. And I'm happy with my progress. It's only the 2nd day of the readathon and I'm already on the 3rd book, so yay me. Hello, it is a very late Monday evening. It's already 10 o'clock and my son is sleeping. That's why I'm trying to speak a little bit more quiet than usual. Even more quiet than usual. It was my first day at work after summer vacation and it was a very busy day. Exciting day, but very busy. So I would gladly go to the shower and just go to bed, but it is a readathon like we all know, so I want to read as well a little bit. I think I will just read this one, start reading. It is Saga Volume 2. It is for demonology, and also yesterday I started listening for this one for the Conjuration. It is Before the Crown by Flora Harding, and this book is about Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip and how they met and how their friendship blossomed into love and so on. And I think it will be their not think, but I know that it is their love story, and it is amazing so far. I really like it. And I think I'm on chapter around 12, so maybe around 90 page mark. So it is a very, very good book. I love it so far. And yesterday I finished listening City of Nightmares by Rebecca Schaffer. I gave that book 5 stars. It was completely unexpected. I didn't expect to love this book as much as I did, and I'm happy that I saw that book on the TikTok. And it is the first book in the series City of Nightmares, and it's very interesting story. It is about nightmares. The people turn into their nightmares into reality, and some of them can live like their nightmares. Some of them lose themselves completely and unfortunately has to be killed, or they start killing others and so on. So a little bit like dystopian city. In the description, the synopsis of the book is described quite correctly, that Gotham meets Strange the Dreamer. I haven't read Strange the Dreamer, but I know about the Gotham city. So yeah, it reminded me a little bit of that. And I really like the main character. Her name is... what is her name? I'm very bad with names, so Ness. Because in this book, she is not that typical brave girl woman who conquers the world alone. Actually, she's complete opposite. She struggles from the trauma that she got when her sister turned into the nightmare and killed her father. It's not a spoiler because it is in the first pages of the book. And now she's afraid of absolutely everything, and she suffers from stress. I think she has a stress disorder and panic attacks and so on. So it was very interesting to see a character like that. It was quite nice to see something different from others. What else about this book? I don't know. Only that I loved it. I really enjoyed listening for that book. I listened it in, I think, 3-4 hours. So for the readathon now I'm done, I think, with 3 books from 7 or 6 that I have to read. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, from the 7 books. So there's still left for me to finish listening for the Before the Crown, read Saga, also read Confessions, and Love Me, Love Me Not. I think after I finish reading Saga Volume 2, I will be reading Love Me, Love Me Not. It's a manga, because soon I will have to return them to the library, so I have to hurry and be done with those. And this will be my last book for my main syllabus. At least that's the plan for now. And now I think this will be the last update for today, because like I said, I will go to the shower and then to the bed and read until I fall asleep. Good morning, my beautiful people. It is Tuesday and it is almost 9 o'clock. I already had my coffee and I'm home alone. In a long time I'm completely alone at home. My husband had some things to do in the city, so he left, and my son started his first day at school because he is done with the kindergarten. I can't believe he is so big already. And I don't know what happened, but I slept not so well at night and I feel exhausted already, and it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. So I thought that I'll just maybe take a quick nap, or at least lay in the bed and continue reading Saga before I have to go to work, because today I work evening shift. It will be from 1 o'clock until 8, and I have to leave for work around 12. So I still have time, at least 2 hours to myself, and we will see how it goes. At least now it feels like that I will crash. That are the plans for the morning, and on my way to work I will continue listening Before the Crown, because that book is amazing. Hello, it's now Wednesday and it's again a late evening. It's almost 7 o'clock. I came back home from work and did some chores, did some journaling, and yeah, time just ran away from me in the past few days, and I'm not in the best of moods, to be honest. I have no idea why. Maybe I'm just tired. So reading is not going as I would hope, as I want it to go, but nonetheless I'm reading every day for a little bit. I'm almost done with this one, almost finished listening for it. It's maybe left for me about an hour. I can check it. Yes, 53 minutes left of that book, so I think I will finish it today, maybe when my son will go to sleep, and I will just put on my headsets and maybe play some games on the phone while I'll be listening for that book. So it will be done with Conjuration. That is the plan for the late evening / night, and now I think I will try to read this one. I started it and I have around an hour until my son's bedtime, so maybe I will be able to finish it until then. And I still like it. It's only the second volume and I really enjoy it. Definitely very gory series. Usually I don't like movies, books, graphic novels in the genre, but this is quite good. So that are the plans for now, and tomorrow I will be working a late shift, so I have a feeling that there won't be that much reading done once again, but I think when I finish these two, so there will be only 2 books left for me to read for the main syllabus. So, and it's only the second day in August, so I'm relaxed, I'm not stressing. So yeah, that's the update for now. Good morning, it's Sunday already, and to be honest I don't remember the last time I talked to you. The past few days just ran away from me and I just forgot to film, but I read a lot and unfortunately I don't remember the last book that I talked to you about, but I think this will be actually my last update for this week and for this vlog, because I want to just start editing. I already have a lot of footage to edit, so I just show you the books that I read. First, I think I read a book with a magical creature in it for the monology saga, volume 1. It was a reread for me. I read it the first time when it just came out for the first time, and to be honest, forgot almost everything about it. So it was like reading a completely new graphic novel, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it, I think, 4 stars. Next, I read this one. It is Saga Volume 2. Did I read this one for... I think it was also for one of the prompts, but I don't remember at the moment. I completely lost my sticky tab for which prompt I read it, but it was for one of the prompts. So also gave it 4 stars. Then I read a manga for spells and incantations. It is Love Me, Love Me Not. It is about a group of teenagers, not group of teenagers, but about 2 teenage girls and 2 teenage boys, and how they fall in love with each other, and it's very complicated and it's quite cute and interesting to read. And I read volume 3. I gave it 4 stars, and because it ended on a huge cliffhanger, I just jumped straight into the 4th volume of this manga. And it's not for my main syllabus, but let's say that I just read it for another subject, for my extra subject that my character will study, will choose to study. I think it will be for the prompt is to read a book in a series, and then one of the not the first, not the last one, but just in the series, so it fits perfectly for that one. So I read this one. Also, I finished listening the book for Conjuration, Before the Crown. The prompt was to read a royal book about a court or a royal family, and it's definitely about a royal family. This book is about Elizabeth and Philip and their relationships leading towards the marriage. And I completely loved this book. I fell in love with the story, and I listened it, I think, in 2 maybe days or 3 days, and I of course gave it 5 stars. It will be now one of my favorite historical romances, so very happy that I finally picked this one up. And also I started listening and finished it. It's a prequel for the just take that off. It is a prequel for Bridgerton series, Rose and Beast, I think it's called. So I listened for the first book in the series. It's by Julia Quinn, and it was called Because of Miss Bridgerton, I think, or something like that. And once again, I love that story, and I gave that one also 5 stars. And I'm happy to just continue listening for that series. So now I'm on the book number 2 in that series, and I just started it yesterday, so haven't got far into it. And also I'm started reading, but that book is in the other room. Don't have it with me, but I started reading the last book for my main syllabus. It is Confessions, and it is about a teacher who knows that 2 of her pupils killed her daughter, and I think now she will go on to revenge. So I heard a lot of good things about that book. I think it's quite old now, but I always wanted to read it, so now I started it, and yeah, hopefully I will be one of those who like it. So that are the progress for the readathon for the first week. I think I did unexpectedly well. I almost finished all my books for my syllabus, and I still have almost all month for reading for this readathon, so now I just won't push myself and enjoy what I'm reading. So I think for now that will be it, and we will see each other in the next vlog for the second week of the readathon. So thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, like it, subscribe it, and yeah, we will see each other later. Bye. Thank you.